now. Good morning, hockey fans. Welcome back to Superior, Wisconsin for the 2014 Blue Army's third game of the 2026 Northern Wings Showdown. Boys off to a good start so far. 10-1 victory on the first one. 7-0 victory in the second one. See if the boys can continue the momentum here in the third game of the tournament. Smija in the net for Blue Army today. Boys in the whites going right to left. We'll have Hartman on the draw to start. Stone to his left, Young to his right. Crumptich the lefty, Meyer the right D. Cold in this rink, you can tell even the ref's wearing gloves. Puck's down, here we go. Hartman chases. Up the boards. And true north into the Blue Army zone. Hartman intercepts. Hartman with it. Got Stone in with him. Hartman fires. Save blocks into the corner. Young in the far corner. Stone helping out. True north rings it around. Crumptich is there. Crumptich sends it back down low. Stone behind the net. Zisler with it. And True North comes away with that one. They go up the boards. To the middle. Meyer's there. Meyer gets a stick on that one. And into the Blue Army zone for Crumptich. Crumptich goes, try to go up the boards. Knocked back in. Battle on the boards. Feldick and Zisler. To the middle off a skate. And Zisler goes up to Feldick. Feldick on the near wall. Chips it out. True North will regroup with Miller chasing. Into the Blue Army zone. Vilhag defending in the far corner. Sent to the middle. Zisler knocks that away. Zisler up for Feldick. Back on the Zisler stick for a second. And Plager comes away with that one. Plager up the far wall in front of the benches. Into the True North zone. Got a stick knocked out. Needs to hold on a little tighter, I think. Feldick forechecks. Sends it back in the corner. Wellna chases. Up the wall. True North exits. And Vilhag up the boards for Wellna. Wellna to the middle. That's taken away. Del Rio's behind the net now. And Ziedemeyer chases. True North. And the net got knocked off somehow, and we'll have a face-off in the True North zone. Nope, neutral zone face-off. They don't know how the net got knocked off. So Ziedemeyer will take the draw. Del Rio to his left. Wellna to his right. Crumptich to the left D. Meyer the right D. True North Warriors control. Regroup. And to Meyer. Meyer wanted to go all the way across for Del Rio, but that goes all the way down for an icing. So Ziedemeyer will take the draw. Crumptich and Meyer the D. Del Rio and Wellna the wings. Meyer brings it around for Del Rio. Del Rio's over there. True North tried to be able to keep it in and goes all the way back around. Wellna chases. Back down low. Crumptich after it in the corner. Krumtich to the middle. Up for Welna. Welna to Ziedemeyer. Ziedemeyer gets the brakes on. Ziedemeyer, good patience, sends it down low for Welna. Welna, nice move, gets himself free, back in, goes wide. Del Rio chases after it. True North gains possession. Hartman knocked that away. It goes over to Plager. Plager to Kabilhag. Kabilhag. Off the boards for Hartman. Hartman with Young in the middle. Drops it back for Kabilhag. Kabilhag sends it all the way down. Young's down there. Now Hartman in the corner. Up for Plager on the wall. Nope, for Stone on the wall. Stone sends it down low. Back to Hartman. Up the wall to Plager. Plager to the middle. Plager to the middle. Shots deflected. And True North takes it out. True North into the Army zone. Kabilhag pinches. Disrupts that. Young with it. Young to Stone. Stone. True North back in the Army zone quickly. Pass over, broken up by Kabilhag. Kabilhag defending in the corner with Hartman. Hartman with it now. Up the wall, just past Stone. True North goes D to D. Young chases. Down into the corner. Plager defends. Hartman helping out. Plager with it. Tried to go up to Young. That pass is deflected. Back to Plager. Tried to go up the boards, but True North holds it in. Hartman helping out in the corner. True North controlling here. Down low, Hartman up top. To the middle. Puck's bouncing around in the middle there. And Kabilhag chips it up and out for Stone. Stone tried to cut to the middle. Defended nicely by True North. Zisler's over there. Zisler down into the corner. And True North comes away, and they'll break it out. Miller hustles back after a great back check by Miller there. Great hustle back. Cleanly took that one away and right back to the True North zone for Feldick on the far wall to the middle for Miller. One-timer, he scores. Great sequence there for Miller. Started with the effort, doing the dirty work to get back in the neutral zone, take that puck away. Send it back to the True North zone. Feldick, nice pass to the middle. Miller, nice one-timer. I think going 5-hole for a 1-0 lead for Blue Army. 4:48 left in the first period. Krumtich with it now. Krumtich up the wall for Miller. Intercepted back into the Blue Army zone. Krumtich chases into the corner. Miller chases the point. Shot on net, wide. Brings around. Feldick chases on the near boards. Feldick chips it up and out. Miller on the forecheck. Feldick right behind him. True North, nice one-touch breakout in the Blue Army zone. Plager defending on the far wall, pushes him into the corner. Zisler helping out behind the net. True North comes away with that, sends it in the middle. Smeege is there for the save. Plager in the corner. Plager looking for options, reverses. Back to Kabilhag. Kabilhag for Feldick. Feldick off the boards and all the way out. That goes all the way down. That should be, and that'll be icing. Oh, my timing was off. 8:41 left in the first period. 1-0 lead for Blue Army. Defensive zone face-off for Ziedemeyer with Del Rio and Welna the wings. Plager and Kabilhag the defenseman. Plager defending behind the net. Ziedemeyer helping out. Plager in the corner now. Welna. Now Plager. True North comes away, sends it to the middle, and shot on net, and Smeege is there for the save. Blue Army goaltenders have been spectacular so far in this tournament. And Smeege continues the trend. Shuts the door on that. Keep it a 1-0 lead for Blue Army. Meyer behind. Meyer up the middle for Ziedemeyer. Ziedemeyer up the near boards. Pinched off for a second. Ziedemeyer sends it all the way down. Del Rio chases in the corner. Wellna's down there. Wellna with it now. Wellna goes up top for Meyer. Meyer sends it back down low to Wellna. Wellna reverses. Cuts to the middle. Nice work for Del Rio in front. Del Rio behind the net now. Out to the middle for Meyer. Meyer. Flat bomb. Saved. And Krumtich nicely holds it in. Krumtich down low for Ziedemeyer. Ziedemeyer on the half wall. Krumtich holds his own. Krumtich walks toward the net to the middle. Oh, just over Wellna's stick. Couldn't quite connect to Meyer. Meyer. Shot. Glove down in front by somebody. Wellna's shot goes into the corner. Hartman chases after. True North clears. And that'll be icing. So 7:32 left in the first period. 1-0 lead for Blue Army. Offensive zone faceoff. We'll have Hartman on the draw. And Stone to his left, Young to his right, Cavilhog the left D, Plager the right D. Back for Cavilhog. Cavilhog sends that toward the net. Blocker behind the net. Young behind the net. Hartman chasing now. They go up the boards. Plager's over there. Plager holds it in. Plager in the corner. Behind for Hartman. Hartman to the middle for Stone. Oh, couldn't quite connect. Nice vision there by Hartman. Send that in front. True North back in the Blue Army zone. Young, good back check there. And across, shot and save, Smija. So face off to Smija's left. Hartman on the draw. Stone and Young the wings. Cavilhog, Plager the defenseman. Battle on the dot. And Young comes away with that one. Young up to Stone. Stone, he's got Hartman in the middle with him. Stone tries to go to the middle. Good defensive play by True North there. Break that up. And they exit and regroup. True North up the neutral zone. Krumtich gets a stick on that one. Battle in the middle now. And shot goes wide. Young behind the net. Up to... Try to go to Hartman. Just past him. Plager defending now to the middle for Stone. Stone. Hartman. True North holds his own for a second. Still hold. And shot goes wide. Hartman chases on the far wall. Down in the corner. Plager defends to the middle. In the slot. Got to cover that soft spot. And they score. And I think they're also going to get Stone for a slash after that one. So the boys left somebody open right in the soft spot there. And True North able to sneak one past. And it's like Stone took a whack at the stick, knocked it out of his hand, and so True North ties it up 1-1, and Blue Army short here for a couple minutes. So Zisler back for Krumtich. Krumtich sends it in deep. Zisler hustles after it. Feldick the other forward. Meyer the other defenseman. Zisler on the forecheck. True North up and out to Meyer. Meyer turns and sends it the other way. True North back in the Blue Army zone. Krumtich defending. Up top. Soft pressure by Blue Army, and Meyer clears it all the way down. So 40 seconds gone in the penalty. Feldick hustles after on the forecheck. True North up to the middle for Meyer. Meyer sends it right back all the way down. Feldick on the forecheck. Penalty half gone now. Feldick good Good pressure by Feldick there on the forecheck, killing some time. True North up through neutral. Krumtich defends. True North cuts to the middle. Krumtich, nice job stepping up, getting a stick on that. Broke it up. Krumtich with it now. Krumtich through the neutral zone. Takes it wide. Krumtich around. Looking for options. Ooh, had Miller there and tried to send it across, but the pass was broken up. True North into the Blue Army zone. Hartman forces him wide. Plager goes over there as well and sends him to the ice. Miller pressures now. True North in the middle. Shot, save. Plager knocks it away. True North on the near wall. And 20 seconds left in the penalty to Stone. Hartman chases up top. Hartman, nice work bothering that play. Battle on the wall. And Hartman uses his skate, picks that up. True North still controls. Cavilhog defending in the middle. In the corner. True North around. Plager defending now. To the middle. Deflected by Hartman. And Del Rio. Del Rio just through Miller's skates. And all the way to the True North zone. Miller on the forecheck. Plager sends it down low. Del Rio behind the net. Miller with it now. Miller tries to wrap it around. Almost had it. Del Rio to Plager. Across for Welna. Welna to Del Rio. Del Rio in front for Ziedemeyer. Goes through him. Welna toward the net. Deflected, doesn't get all the way through. Ziedemeyer fires. Blocked in front, and True North will clear. Cavilhog defending. Good back check there. Ziedemeyer and Del Rio hustling back. Turn it a 2-on-2 into a 2-on-4. And True North enters offside. So, neutral zone faceoff to Welna. Tried to go in the middle for Ziedemeyer, but True North controls. Back for Krumtich. Krumtich in his corner. Around for Meyer, and that's Welna. Welna back to Meyer. To the middle. Krumtich knocks that away. Meyer comes away with that one. Meyer with some speed up the near wall through the neutral zone. Cuts to the middle. Meyer turns, fires. Kicked aside. Del Rio steps up. True North comes away. True North up through the neutral zone. Ziedemeyer hustling back. Meyer defending. Good stick. Meyer knocks that away. Meyer goes the far side for Welna. 1-on-4. Tough job for Welna there. True North exits. Good forecheck in the neutral zone by Hartman. Knocks that away for a second, but True North back in the Blue Army zone. Cavilhog defends in the near wall. Good strong play by Cavilhog. Up to Stone. Stone to the middle. Blue Army's changing though, so no one there. And True North sends it back in deep. Cavilhog back for it. Cavilhog go over to Plager. Plager goes back to Cavilhog. Cavilhog back to Plager. Back to Cavilhog. Up the wall for Stone. Stone to the middle for Ziedemeyer. Stone with it again. Stone into the True North zone. Down low for Young. Young up top for Plager. Plager. Oh, into his skates. Couldn't gather that one. Plager controls though. Plager backs it up for Cavilhog. Cavilhog across for Stone. Stone sends it in deep. And Blue Army will go on the forecheck. Young hustles after it. Hartman's there in the corner off of Young's body. And True North exits. Meyer steps up. Meyer intercepts into the True North zone. Meyer on the far wall. And bottled up by 2.5 True North players. Zissler helping out. True North comes away. Zissler behind the net now. Feldick chases in the far corner. Mill over on the half wall. True North tried to go up the boards. Miller intercepts. Zisler sends it down low. Nope, sorry. Feldick down low for Zisler, who sends it in front, but no one there. All the way through. Meyer, nice job stepping up there and intercepting that one. And Feldick goes around the zone net to Miller. Miller to the middle for Krumtich. Krumtich through neutral. He's got Feldick to his right. Krumtich. And that's broken up. And True North back in the Blue Army zone. Meyer defending. Miller hustling back on the forecheck to the middle. And that'll do it for the first period. So, good battle here in the first between True North Warriors and Blue Army. 1-1 tie after one. I think the boys probably have a little more in the tank. Few opportunities out there. More great goaltending from the Blue Army netminders. So after one, all tied up at 1. See if Blue Army can turn it up a notch here and take the lead and take control of this one. Boys will flip sides. Blue Army and their whites going left to right now. Ziedemeyer will take this draw. Welna to his right, Del Rio to his left. Vilhag, the lefty, Plager, the right D. And here we go for the second. True North controls. Del Rio chases up the wall into the Blue Army zone. Shot and gloved easily by Smija, who leaves it for Kavilhag. Kavilhag reverses for Plager. Plager behind his own net. Back for Kavilhag. Kavilhag. Into the middle. And Smija covers that one. So let's restart this thing. D-zone face-off to Smeeja's right. 5 fresh bodies for Blue Army. Hartman will take the draw. Young and Stone the wings. Meyer and Krumtich the D. True North controls. Shot from the point goes wide. Meyer defending in the corner. Hartman helping out. True North behind the net. Now Krumtich is back there. And Young to Hartman now. Stone with it. Stone, nice move in the neutral zone. To the middle. Stone fires. Hit a body in front. And True North exits. And in the Blue Army zone, Krumtich defending. Nice stick Krumtich to prevent him from getting a shot off there. Krumtich wanted to go up the middle, but no one there. Goes up the boards. And all the way down. No icing, no. Not going to make it. Young in the forecheck. True North. Up the near side. Zisler chasing. Meyer defending. Meyer knocks that into the corner. Zisler back in the corner now for Krumtich. Krumtich up for Young. Bouncing puck over his stick. Young chases. And Feldick with it now. Feldick. Shot on net. Save. And covered up. I think their clock operator might be trying to catch up on lost time. Boys might have started a few minutes late. Clock operator letting the clock run a little bit. In any event, here we are, and True North sends it all the way down. That's icing. So we'll do that offensive zone face-off again for Blue Army. Boys started a few minutes late, I think, and notice on the stoppages the clock operator letting a few extra seconds tick by. Feldick taking the draw with Miller and Zisler. Sorry, took me a second there. Feldick not usually in the center spot. Good to see him in there. For Zisler. Zisler on the far wall, right in front of the benches. Zisler cross from Miller. Miller shot and saved and covered by True North. Get used to seeing the same boys taking the draws, and all of a sudden someone else in there to make sure I got the right guy. So Ziedemeyer, take this. Welna to his right, Del Rio to his left. Welna back for Crumptich. Crumptich for Del Rio in front. Del Rio shot. He scores. Great puck movement. Nice work by. Nice job all around there. Ziedemeyer wins the draw over to Welna. Welna. Smart play to back it up and buy some time and space to Crumptich. Crumptich, one touch pass to Del Rio in front, and Del Rio buries it for a 2-1 lead for Blue Army. 12:32 left in the second. Ziedemeyer on the draw. Controls himself, chips it up for Del Rio. Del Rio sends it in deep. Del Rio in the far corner on the forecheck. Ziedemeyer now. Excuse me. Del Rio and Ziedemeyer battling. Del Rio in his skates. And True North comes away. True North into the Blue Army zone. Crumptich defending. Ziedemeyer hustling back. Good D there by Crumptich and Ziedemeyer helping out. Crumptich tried to go across for Welna. Welna chases. Back in front of the benches. True North into the Blue Army zone. To the middle. And shot save. And True North buries the rebound. And fun little celly there for True North. So Smeja made the first save. Couldn't get any help on the second one, and True North ties it up 2-2. 11:55 left in the second period. Hartman will take the draw. Young to his right. Stone to his left. Kvilhag and Plager the D. Back for Kvilhag. Kvilhag off the wall. True North. Across. Plager steps up. Plager into the True North zone. Plager takes it wide. Plager around the net. To Stone. Stone fires. Save. Stone again. Off the side of the cage. Hartman. Hartman in the far corner for Stone. Stone. To the middle for Young. Young. Shot over the net. Plager steps in. Hartman over there. And True North clears. True North into the Blue Army zone. Shot. Save Smeja. Good awareness by Young there. Saw Plager crashing down and did the smart, responsible thing. Covered for his defenseman. And prevented anything dangerous from happening. Nice save, Smeja. So Feldick will take the draw. Miller and Zisler the wings. Shot from the point. Bouncing in front. And Meyer controls. Meyer around the net. Meyer up to Zisler. Zisler for Miller. True North controls. And they send it back in deep. Meyer chases behind his own net. Nope, sorry, Crumptich now. Crumptich gets the brakes on. Try to go for Miller. It's deflected. Crumptich defending in the corner. True North up top. Miller will chase. That goes all the way through. See if Miller can beat him. Miller's fast. Ooh, almost had him. Into the Blue Army zone. Meyer defending there. True North comes away. Shot saves Smija. Miller behind the net. Off the boards to himself. Up just past Zisler. Zisler chases in the neutral zone. 2 north into the Blue Army zone with Miller defending in the far corner. And Zisler as well behind the net. Good strong play by Zisler to knock him off the puck. Meyer chips that up. Meyer with it now. Meyer into the True North zone. Meyer to his forehand. Shot deflected. True North up and out. Just past Krumtich. Krumtich with some space and time. Couple nice moves. Krumtich still with it. Around his own teammate. Krumtich still dangling around everybody. Shot goes into the corner. Velma chases. And True North out of the zone. Del Rio. Good hustle back. Del Rio shut that one down. And True North shot was high and wide all the way around. Vilhog defends in the half wall. Now Ziedemeyer helps out. Good stick. Ziedemeyer deflected that one. And Del Rio to Welna. Thought about sending it to Ziedemeyer, but Ziedemeyer was covered up, so smartly just kept it. Shot on net. Goes into the corner. Del Rio and Welna there. Welna. True North controls. They come out of the zone off of Ziedemeyer's foot. True North still controlling though in the Blue Army zone and intercepted, and Del Rio will fire that all the way down for an icing. 8:47 left in the second period. All knotted up at 2. Defensive zone draw to Smija's left. Hartman will take that one with Stone and Young the wings. Plager and Cavilhog the defensemen. True North controls and shots deflected behind the net. Plager defending right there. To the front, and he scores. Yep. Left alone in front, and True North made a nice play. Sent it out front one time. No chance for Smija on that one. Guy left alone, and he's going to score. So Blue Army trails 3-2 with 8:47 left in the second period. Hartman, Young and Stone, Krumtich and Meyer. Krumtich to Young. Young takes it wide. Young around the net. Oh, try to go in front, no one there though. Meyer steps in. Down for Hartman. Hartman in the corner. Back up for Meyer. Shot goes wide. Stone pursues. Up the boards and out. And True North tips it up. Hartman's back there for it. Hartman up the boards for Stone. Young on the forecheck. And True North exits. 2-on-1 here. Meyer back. Shot off post and in. Oh, heck of a shot. So Blue Army not able to hold the zone and resulted in a 2-on-1. And kid put a great shot right off the post and in. Now Blue Army trails 4-2. With 7:56 left in the second. Feldick between Miller and Zisler. Plager and Cavilhog, the defenseman. Plager wanted to back that up, but lost the handle. Up off the glass. Plager's back for it. Plager for Miller. And Feldick now. Miller chips it up. Miller, here we go. Miller's got some speed. Miller shot and blocker. Save. True North. Up for Cavilhog. Cavilhog over to Plager. Plager got some space in front of him. Plager sends it in behind the True North net. Zisler on the forecheck. Up the boards, and that bounces out. Miller's over there. Miller looking for somebody. There he goes. Around for Plager. Plager past him. Feldick and Zisler. And True North comes away with it, and that's going to be a penalty. Yep. And so True North putting the heat on Blue Army here. And they're good effort. Forced Sisler to take a penalty there, and Blue Army will be shorthanded here for 2 minutes. 6:53 left in the second. Ziedemeyer on the draw. Welna, his other forward. Plager and Kvilhaug, the defenseman. Kvilhaug defends behind the net. Plager defends now. Kvilhaug defends. Now Welna the closest. Send it back down low. True North controls. They go up top. Ziedemeyer chases. Shot. Nice work. Ziedemeyer off his knees, but True North controls. Smija blockers that into the corner. True North up top. Ziedemeyer flanks some pressure. True North goes back up top. Ziedemeyer again. Pressures up top. And I think that might have tough break for Smija there. Defenseman just trying to clear that center of the corner. I think whacked it into his own net. And that'll be a 5-2 lead for True North. So 6:10 left in the second. 3-goal deficit for Blue Army here. Ziedemeyer will take the draw. Welna to his right. Del Rio to his left. Meyer and Krumtich, the defenseman. Meyer. Try to go up for Welna. It's intercepted. And Del Rio comes away with it now. Del Rio to Ziedemeyer. Ziedemeyer around. Ziedemeyer puts the brakes on. Meyer up top for Meyer. Meyer sends a shot in that, but no one's in front. So easy save for the Warriors. Ziedemeyer on the draw. Welna and Del Rio again. Meyer and Krumtich. True North controls. They go around and Krumtich holds his own. Knocked out though. True North back in the Blue Army zone. Ziedemeyer, nice work coming back and covering. Steps up. And why I don't know why the ref didn't blow the whistle. And there we go. Not sure why the ref is telling him what he's telling him. If Smija wants to cover it, if there's anybody near him, he can cover it. So Hartman take the draw. Young and Stone the wings. Plager, Kvilhaug the defenseman. True North controls. Kvilhaug in the half wall. Hartman up to Stone. Stone for Young. Young. He's got Plager trailing him. Young fires and save True North. Hartman on the draw. Young to his right, Stone to his left. Back for Plager. Plager fires. Saved into the corner. Young behind the net for Stone. Stone goes in front to Hartman. Hartman, he scores. Nice puck movement by that forward line there. Young to Stone. Stone to Hartman in front. And Hartman buries it. Cuts into the deficit. Makes it 5-3. With 4:51 left in the second. A lot of hockey left. Tough stretch for Blue Army in the second period, but this one should be far from over.
Scoring goal for Blue Army, number 21, Hudson Hudson. Assisted by number 9, Easton Stone, and number 19, Corbett Young.
Battle on the dot, and Kvilhaug stepped up, but True North chips it in. Plager over there defending. Plager in the corner. Plager away with it. Protects the puck. And True North comes away. They send it up top. Young chasing now. Stone chasing now. True North sends it down low. Hartman defending. Go up top. Good puck movement by True North there. Nice save. Oh. And Alec somehow finds the net. So some good puck movement by True North. Got Blue Army running around a little bit. And the shot finds the net. Back to a 3-goal deficit for Blue Army. Feldick between Miller and Zisler. Zisler gets a stick on that. Miller. True North into the Blue Army zone. Miller hustling after it. And Meyer gets a stick on that. Deflects it behind the net. Krumtich behind the net. Out front. And shot goes wide. Zisler in the corner. Feldick now. Feldick up the far wall in front of the benches with some speed. 3-on-2. Zisler and Miller with him. To the middle for Zisler. Zisler to Miller. Sent behind the net. Zisler's back there. And Feldick as well. Feldick for Krumtich. Krumtich to the net. Shot deflected in the front and doesn't make it through for Meyer. Meyer far side for Feldick. Feldick takes it wide. Feldick in the corner. To the middle for Del Rio. Del Rio not able to get shot off, and True North clear. It's up for Meyer. Meyer still with it. Meyer in the True North zone. Into the corner. Ziedemeyer with it now. Ziedemeyer spins around. Ziedemeyer to the slot. Shoots. Oh, put off his goaltender's face. Del Rio. Shot doesn't make it through. Ziedemeyer in the far corner. Del Rio now on the half wall. Tips it up for Krumtich. Krumtich. Shot's deflected. Ziedemeyer with it. Ziedemeyer tries to wrap around. That's blocked. Del Rio tried to go. Del Rio to the middle for Krumtich. Krumtich for Meyer. Meyer. Shot goes just wide. Krumtich toward the net. Cuts to the middle. His backhand is knocked into the corner, and True North goes up the wall and out. So Blue Army will back it up. Krumtich tried to go over, but he's intercepted. True North into the Blue Army zone. Shot saves Mija. Meyer back there defending. Meyer in the corner. Tips it up for Welna. Welna up the near wall. 2:20 left in the second period here. And Blue Army got caught in the chains. 2-on-0. And they go across and they score. Not sure how that one happened. Have to go back and watch that, but somehow True North got two guys behind our guys and 2-on-0, and they buried it. So 2:12 left in the second. 7-3 deficit for Blue Army. Hartman between Young and Stone. True North up the boards for Kavilhag. Kavilhag for Young. Bouncing puck. And True North controls. Good hustle back by Hartman there to break that up. True North comes away with that. Plager steps up, knocks that away, and Stone sends that up ahead. True North regroups in the neutral zone. Plager steps up and puts a body on that Warriors player. Battle on the red line, and Hartman comes away with it. Hartman in the True North zone. Tried to cut to the middle. Deflected. Now Miller. Miller sends to the middle. Stone's there. He scores. So, nice pressure by that forward line. Send the puck to the net. Crash the net. Good things happen. And it is 7-4. Blue Army trails. 1:27 left in the second period.
Go, boys.
Still a lot of hockey
Go, Warriors.
left here. Feldick between Miller and Zisler. Battle on the dot. Feldick comes away with it. Feldick wants to move by the blue line, and Blue Army is offside. Meyer and Krumtich to the D. Feldick on the draw. True North controls. Krumtich on the far wall. Krumtich cuts to the middle up for Feldick. Feldick for the True North zone to the middle for Miller. Miller fires. Deflected. Zisler. Oh, that shot's knocked behind the net. Krumtich steps in. Krumtich in the far corner with Zisler. Now Feldick down for Krumtich. Krumtich up top for Miller, just out of his reach though, and that'll go all the way out. Miller after it with one on hard. Miller around for Meyer to the middle, and Krumtich is there to knock that away. Miller defends in the far wall in the corner with Feldick helping out. Miller sends it around. 35 seconds left of the period. Meyer battling on the half wall. They send it down low. Feldick, cross for Krumtich. Krumtich. Still Krumtich in the far corner. Sends it up top. Kept in. Shot blockered and aside. True North with the rebound. Ooh. And goes all the way through. True North able to hold it in. Feldick pressure in the far corner. Krumtich now. And True North toward the net. Meyer's there to take that one away. And that'll do it for the second period. So a lot of action that period. And getting a little loose for Blue Army, and they paid for it. So after two, 7-4 in favor of True North, but full period of hockey left to play. See if the boys can crank it up a little bit here. Hope they're not just thinking about the fishing they're going to do after the game. And see if we can get back in this one. Turn things around here. So 7-4 Blue Army trails. Blue Army and the Whites will go back to left to right. Sorry, right to left. Ziedemeyer will center Krumtich and Welna. Plager and Kavillhag, the defenseman. See if the boys can get something going here. Here we go for the third period. Back to Kavillhag. Off the boards for Krumtich. Krumtich into the corner. Toward the net. All the way through the middle. Into the far corner. And True North will exit. They go up and out in the Blue Army zone. Plager and Kavillhag defending. Shot off the Plager's stick. Goes wide. Kavillhag defends in the near corner. They go up top. Krumtich chases. Back down low. Kavillhag's there. Kavillhag around for Plager. Plager for Welna. Good stick by True North. They send it back down low. Plager after it. Around for Kavillhag. Off the boards for Krumtich. Krumtich, nice breakout, boys. To the middle for Ziedemeyer. Ziedemeyer through the middle. He shoots, he scores. All started with a good breakout. Cavilhog, smart pass off the boards. Into the middle for Ziedemeyer, and Ziedemeyer split the D, strong to the net, and backhand, snuck it in. Now it's just a 2-goal deficit for Blue Army with 14 minutes left in the third period. Hartman on the draw, back for Del Rio to Meyer. Meyer across to try to go to Stone. That one's intercepted. Stone knocks that away. Hartman comes away with it. Hartman backs it up for Meyer. Meyer over for Del Rio. Del Rio tried to go across for Hartman, I think, but goes all the way through, and that'll be icing. Boys got to be happy with this.
Number 44, Landon Ziedemeyer.
Boys got to be happy with this ice because it is cold in this rink. If I start shivering, that's why. Meyer's got his choppers on, so it's not just me. Hartman in the true north zone in the middle for Stone. Stone fires, deflected in front, bouncing around, and into the corner. Young chases after, into the near corner. And True North clears into the Blue Army zone with Del Rio defending. Shot, blocker, saved. Smeja on to Stone stick. Stone. And kept in the Blue Army zone. Meyer defending behind the net. Hartman. Oh, no way. So they're going to get Hartman for a cross check behind the net. Came in just a little hard. It wasn't that bad, but he'll call it. So Blue Army will go shorthanded here for 2 minutes. 13 minutes left in the third period, trailing by 2. Feldick and Miller, the forwards. Shot off the post. Plager and Cavilhog, the defenseman. Plager pressures in the corner now. They go up top. Feldick pursues. Down low. True North controls. Feldick pressuring. Now Plager defending in the corner. They go around. Now Cavilhog defending in the near corner. Miller. Flying pressure up top. Cavilhog sends it up top, and it gets all the way out. Miller battling there in the neutral zone. True North back in the Blue Army zone. Good stick by Miller to break that up, and Feldick sends that up and all the way out. Miller hustling after it. Miller almost won that race. And True North into the Blue Army zone. Plager knocks that away. Cavilhog defending in the corner. Toward the net. Plager knocks it back into the corner. Cavilhog sends it all the way around, and that gets out. True North regroups near side. Sends it all the way in. Plager's back for it, and Plager will go up and out. Sends it all the way down. 20 seconds left in the penalty to Blue Army. Stone on the forecheck. They go up and they're out through the neutral zone. Del Rio's back for it. 3 seconds left in the penalty, so that'll do it. And Del Rio sends it all the way around. That's out. Ziedemeyer controls, fresh off the bench. Ziedemeyer into the True North zone. Ziedemeyer into the corner. Ziedemeyer down low for Krumtich. Just past him. Stone helps out down low as well. True North controls. Krumtich on the forecheck. Now Ziedemeyer on the forecheck. Up top, Meyer. Nope, Del Rio holds that in. Good stick, Del Rio knocked that away. And Meyer now. Meyer to Welna. Welna up to Meyer. Meyer to the middle. Meyer to his backhand. Over the net. Del Rio. Del Rio sends it toward the net and smothered by the True North Warriors. Goaltender. .16 left in the third period. Blue Army trails by 2. Wiedemeyer back to Kvilhaug. Kvilhaug shot deflected. Oh, just wide. Plager steps up. Battles in the far wall. Wiedemeyer in the corner helping out. True North sends it around. Krumtich will hustle after that. Wiedemeyer down low now. Krumtich in the corner. Krumtich and Wiedemeyer battling on the forecheck there. True North skates away. They go up the boards. Plager holds the zone. Down for Welna. True North comes away with it. True North breaks it out up the wall to the middle. Into the Blue Army zone. Kvilhaug defending. Wiedemeyer hustling back. Shot. Save. Smija. True North controls. Kvilhaug defending the far corner. Wiedemeyer helping out. Back behind the net for Plager. Plager up the boards for Krumtich. True North into the Blue Army zone. Plager pinches him off. True North sends it to the middle and shot save Smija into the far corner. Back in the near corner, Kvilhaug after it. Kvilhaug off the boards for Stone. Stone to Hartman now. Hartman into the True North zone. Hartman. Young shot, save. Stone with it. Stone sends it to the net. And the first save is made. It's still loose. And Stone goes after it. But they'll finally blow the whistle. I don't know if anybody knows what happened. All the parents are looking around at each other like, what? Where'd that go? How'd that happen? Puck came out of the net, but in any event, Del Rio with it now to the middle for Hartman. Shot wide. Meyer steps up. Puck sneaks through. Hartman goes back for it. Hartman to Stone. Stone into the True North zone. All the way around. Stone chases. True North up and out. Del Rio's back for it. And Hartman, good back check there, breaks that up. And True North back into the Blue Army zone. Del Rio in the corner. True North comes around, almost wrapped it. Broken up though. But True North controlling, go D-to-D shot. And into the corner for Del Rio. Del Rio up the boards for Stone, just past him, and that one sneaks out. So Stone hustles after that in the neutral zone. True North sends it back in deep. Meyer will go back for it. True North is changing, so plenty of time and space there for Meyer. Meyer with some speed up the near side into the True North zone, but all 5 True North players were back for that, so nowhere to go. Meyer in the corner with Feldick now as well. Up the board, Zissler to the middle for Miller. Shot. Nice save. Behind the net, Zissler. Zissler still battling behind. No, sorry, that was Feldick. Now that's Zissler. And Plager pitches in. Zissler as well. Zissler toward the net. True North controls. They go around. True North up and out. Cavilhog's back for it. 6:30 left in the third. Bellarmine still trails by 2. And Bellarmine sends that all the way. Not sure why that one wasn't icing, but they'll let that one go. So True North for the Bellarmine. Good gap by Plager there to knock it away. And then Feldick with its speeds. Feldick. And True North able to take that one away and back into the Bellarmine zone. With Plager and Cavilhog defending. Plager sends them into the corner. True North puts some brakes on. Plager still defending in the corner. They go all the way around. Cavilhog chases. And Cavilhog puts a body on that one.
Get out, hurry up.
And True North will regroup as Blue Army will change. Back in the Bellarmine zone. Shot goes wide. Well in the chases. True North cuts the middle shot. Nice save, Smija. Plager will gather that and clear. Plager up the middle for Ziedemeyer. Ziedemeyer to Krumtich. Krumtich down low for Ziedemeyer. Ziedemeyer for Welna. Welna toward the middle, but broken up. And True North will exit with Meyer and Del Rio defending. Krumtich is back as well. So Ziedemeyer. Shot saves Smija. Ziedemeyer now. Ziedemeyer. Goal behind his own net. To Meyer. Meyer. Oh. Misfire there. Back to Welna. Welna to Del Rio. Del Rio. Set it in deep. True North. Use the time and space they have to go up the boards. Del Rio intercepts that, sends it back into the True North zone. Hartman on the forecheck. Now Stone on the forecheck. A couple nice moves by True North player to exit his zone into the Bellarmine zone, into the middle. And Del Rio up the boards. And Stone chases after it. 3:53 left in the third period here. Bellarmine trails by 2. True North into the Bellarmine zone to the middle and shot. Some nice puck movement there by True North. Got in all alone. And it's 8-5 True North. So, 3:41 left in the third. Hartman between Stone and Young. Stone comes away with that one. Stone. Battling near boards. Hartman helps out. Hartman and Stone. Back to Cavilhog. Cavilhog off the boards. Stone still battling the near wall. And True North sends it up the wall for Cavilhog. Cavilhog over for Young. Young backs up for Plager. Plager into the True North zone, but a lot of bodies there. And Bellarmine's pulling the goalie here. So Smija to the bench, and Bellarmine with the 6th attacker. Krumtich, 1, 2, 3. We need one more, I think. One. I think we still. One. There we go. Now we got 6. Yeah, Krumtich just passes their stick, and True North will deflect that, so no icing. Miller after in the corner, is just in the corner now to the middle for Feldick. And True North sent it all the way down, and Cavilhog hustles back for it. Cavilhog with some speed in front of his own bench to the middle for Krumtich. Krumtich in the True North zone, drops it for Miller. Miller shot wide. Krumtich behind the net. Krumtich will circle around. Up top for Del Rio. Del Rio shot deflects just wide. Feldick hustles after. Feldick into the corner for Miller. Miller up the wall defenseman was going to go for a change, so that's why he wasn't there. But they'll hug over to Del Rio. Del Rio to Krumtich off of his stick into the corner. 1:50 left in the third. Miller on the forecheck. True North up and out through the neutral zone, and that was offside. There we go. There we go. Yep. And 1:32 left in the third period here. Offside whistle. Minute 32 left in the third. Blue Army trails 8-5. Puts Meja back in the net with a neutral zone face-off just outside the blue line. Ziedemeyer with Hartman and Krumtich. Ziedemeyer chases. True North goes up the boards, back for Del Rio. Del Rio in the corner, harassed by True North. Up the boards and out. And that'll be icing. So 1:05 left in the third. Face off to Smede's left, Ziedemeyer. Hartman and Krumtich, the wings. Rio and Meyer, the defensemen. Ziedemeyer. Cross for Meyer. Meyer cuts into his forehand, shots deflected into the corner. Del Rio with it. Del Rio sends it toward the net. Blocker save in the corner. Hartman chops that in front, but True North controls, and they're up and out. 40 seconds left now. They put the brakes on. They'll regroup. Go back up the boards. True North in the Blue Army zone. Del Rio defending. Shot off the crossbar. Back down low. Meyer defends in the corner. Ziedemeyer in the corner now. Now Meyer. Oh, True North walks it out front, and good job by Smedja to get his stick on that one and prevent that. Guy continue walking out in front of him. And that's going to be a penalty. So, yep, can't do that. So away from the play. Hartman got a body on True North player, and they'll wind the clock, and that'll do it. So final 8-5. So Blue Army finishes pool play 2-1, and they'll play at some time tomorrow morning. We'll figure that out later.